Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, and if you are watching this video it means I've successfully completed my first day back on the shakes. Now I'll be completely open and honest with you, this isn't the first time since my last video that I've tried to go back on the shakes. It's actually my third attempt, and both times I've failed within the first day, and I want to share my reasons why with you so that hopefully when you start doing the soup and shake diet, or if you're doing something similar or you're just using it for interest, just wanted to share my experience with you. Basically, the day before I started the shakes, I had I'm not saying a huge meal, but I'd had a meal nonetheless, and I was full overnight. And then come the following morning, come around 8, 9 o'clock, I hadn't had my shake yet, because when I first did this, I could go through to about 10, 11 o'clock before I'd had my shake. And what would happen, I would have my shake, but I would still feel hungry because I'd left it too long since my last meal sorry, I'm not explaining this very well. Because I felt hungry, because I'd left it so long since I last ate, because I thought, well, I've got a belly full from the night before, I'll be okay until late morning, I would start feeling over hungry. So by the time I had my shake, it wouldn't fill me up enough. So what I have done differently, what I have done as of this morning, got up at 6 o'clock as usual, and then I had a shake. Literally, first thing I did this morning, by 7 o'clock, I had drunk a shake, and I had a big glass of water, and that has tidied me through till lunchtime, where I've had another shake, and then it's coming up to about 3:30, 4:45 now. So I'm going to have another one shortly, and then I'll have my final one, perhaps 6:30, 7 o'clock. And as I said, if you're watching this video, it means that strategy has worked. So yay for me. If not, you'll never see this and you'll never know. And yeah, I'm really excited. I've weighed myself this morning, and although I'm heavier than I have been in a while, I'm still lighter than I was when I started last year. Second update for you all. Yulia and I have joined a gym. So it's done through a scheme at work, but it is 1 year's membership of a decent gym with swimming pool. So that will be starting on the 1st of April, so next week sometime. And I'm looking forward to going out and doing that. I committed to doing 26 miles every month in 2026, and as of today, it's 21 and a half. I would have done more, except when I went out last week, I pushed myself a little bit too hard and I rolled my ankle, and then I spent the best part of 3 or 4 days in absolute agony until the painkillers started to kick in and the pain disappeared. But it was a wake-up call, and it was a warning to me saying, Chris, you got to take care of yourself. You're too big to be jogging around. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going back on the gym and being like either on a treadmill, or as I do with my dog, pounding the pavements outside. But as far as walking quickly around the park on that unstable path, I'm going to wait until I've lost a little bit more weight before I go back to doing that. And I can still do sort of a pseudo park run on a treadmill anyway. Next update. Yeah, I have done my blood sugar. My blood sugars are doing well. I still have a blood test to do in a couple of weeks' time, but my finger prick test is showing that I am heading back in the right direction. And you know what? I do feel like I've been eating more healthily over the last few weeks anyway. So fingers crossed, now that I'm going to be doing this shake diet for the next best part of 8 weeks. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. So the plan is going to be, I will do like I did for the first 12 weeks. I will perhaps not record every day, but I want to give you a bit of a blow-by-blow account as to how I'm coping back on the shakes. And it is the same product. It's literally the same Altralife products that I was on before. You can order those yourself direct from Altralife. There's a link in the description. And I want to document to you how I'm getting on, how I'm feeling, because I remember the first couple of weeks it was a little bit uncomfortable, but then I started to settle down into a routine, and I'm going to learn from the mistakes of the past. So I've got plenty of chewing gum. I'll be drinking plenty of water. I've still got some of the fibre powder as well, so we don't have to go down that avenue again. Most of all, I'm just looking forward to it. I just want to shed some weight, get my diabetes path remission back on course. And I know it's also inspiring Yulia to carry on with her journey with Juniper. I think she's going to be going up to the next dosage soon. She's not really recorded anything because she's not had a huge amount to say, being brutally honest. She's just been carrying on as she has been before. Sorry, it's very windy here in the UK today. You can hear the wind in the background. Anyway, yeah, so she'll be recording something in the near future, and I'm going to try and keep you all abreast of how I go over the next 7 or 8 weeks. And as I said in the last video, thank you very much to everyone who is subscribed to our channel. We hope you are enjoying these videos, and I will see you on the next update in a few days. Take care, everyone. Bye. Hi, afternoon, everyone. Here is the day 2 update. Well, it's the afternoon of day 2 anyway, we're close enough. I'm going to put this on the end of the first video because I realised that was a bit short, and it also covers what happened after I stopped recording yesterday. So, yeah, I feel dreadful. I don't remember feeling like this, or I'd forgotten at least how I felt. Perhaps I should go back and watch my own videos, but after I finished recording yesterday, by about 5-6 o'clock, I had a horrible, horrible headache. I had a hunger headache, and I just started feeling quite tired. I was feeling quite irritable, and had to resist the urge of snapping. I just felt really sort of tetchy, and I don't know why. Well, I guess I do know why. I'm on a massively calorie restricted diet. So I counted that. I obviously had my shakes. I'd drunk plenty of fluids, and at the end of the night, I did have a Diet Coke just to bloat me up a little bit, and that got me through the night. And this morning, I woke up, and the tiredness was back, but obviously much earlier. And the biggest issue I'm having now is I'm a bit clumsy, and I've always been a bit clumsy anyway, but I feel that because I'm tired, I guess, and because I haven't had many calories today, also I'm going to have another shake later on, or another 2 shakes. Yeah, another 2 shakes. Oh, yeah, be nice. 400 calories. Going to have lost my train of thought. Shows what I'm going through. Yeah, because I'm sort of feeling clumsy and tired. I've been at work today, been on site, and I had to stop a couple of times and just really try hard and think what I needed to do, because what would normally happen naturally, my brain was just had a bit of a freeze, and it's really difficult. So if you are doing this for the first time and you're using this for your information, make sure that your first few days are times when you can have plenty of rest. You're not pushing yourself too hard. I'd liken this to like the early onset stage of a flu. My headache's not too bad, but I probably drank about 2 litres of lemon squash. I keep looking over, I've got lemon squash in front of me now and I'm feeling thirsty again. About 2 litres of lemon squash already on top of the shakes I've had today. And it's filled me up to the point where I feel full but not satisfied. I don't feel overly hungry. I just feel the need to eat. And that, I guess that's an important differentiation. The fact that I feel compelled to go to the fridge and even pick up a boiled egg or something like that, just to eat something. And it's like, no, you're not doing that. You're on the shakes for a while. You just got to get into it. And it's just snapping out of that habit of putting some food into you. And I realise some of you will be on different providers where you might have like small like replacement meals rather than shakes, but I've opted to go through the shake route because the meals that were offered were pretty grim. But yeah, sorry if this is all over the place. It shows where my mind is at the moment. Physically, I feel tired. I can imagine myself going to bed quite early today. I do have to do some work later on, so I might have a nap early evening for a couple of hours and then get back up and do my work. But I feel fine. I've weighed myself this morning. I know it's only a day one loss and it's not really indicative of anything, but I've lost 1 kilo in best part of 30 hours. And I know it's fluid, but I'm happy with the fact that my weight is moving back down again. I've taken my blood sugar, and I think that was 5 point something. I can't remember exactly what it was. A lot of time has passed since this morning, at least in my brain, my little foggy brain. So I'm happy my blood sugar seems to be in a reasonable level at the moment, and I imagine that's only going to get better with time. But of course, remember, this is a long-term thing. Even though this shake will only be for a few weeks for me, it's to sort of basically re-educate my body on how to use insulin, because diabetes or type 2 diabetes is insulin resistance. You just got to reduce the blood sugar in your body and let your body slowly recover. And I know it did last time and it will do again. So I'm happy where I am. I'm going to have to wrap up this update for today because I've started feeling tired again. I can feel a slowly creeping headache around here at the moment. Well, that's the other thing. I started feeling really cold. I've got the heating cranked up to max, and I still feel cold all over my extremities. But again, I guess that's a lack of energy in your body. Now, if I remember last time, it took about a week to get over this sensation and start to feel vaguely human again. I don't want to dissuade anyone because it's not. I'm not. It's difficult, but I'm not struggling. I just need to listen to my body and perhaps take a bit of extra time to relax and rest. And perhaps the update tomorrow I'll be saying, no, why did you say that? This is horrendous. But as it stands, yeah, I think I'm doing fine. Okay, well, I hope everyone is doing okay, and I will do another update tomorrow. Bye for now. Hi everyone, day 3 update. So before I went to bed last night, I was feeling okay. Wasn't feeling too bad after I finished the video. And then by about 5 o'clock, I'd started feeling really, really cold. In fact, it was so cold, even though it was like 10 degrees out, I had to put a hat on when I went to pick up Yulia in the car. And by 6 o'clock, that was it. I was totally wiped out, had to go to bed. So, yeah. And then this morning I woke up and I felt pretty fine. Had my shake as normal, went to the office, did a couple of things, and I thought, oh, you don't feel too bad, Chris. Hopefully your body's starting to adjust. Nope. About lunchtime, I had such a horrendous hunger pain. Literally, I was in agony. Just felt really rough. Didn't feel dizzy, but I just felt like I had a knot in my stomach that I couldn't get rid of. So I had to drink my shake, obviously as planned, and I drank best part of a litre of water, so a glass and a half of lemon squash, and within an hour or so I started feeling better. So the moral is for people doing this, and for me, keep hydrated. If you allow yourself to feel empty, you're going to start feeling hungry. So just keep drinking sugar-free drinks, be it squash or tea. Be careful with the milk and sweetener. Some schemes allow you to do it, some don't. Your mileage may vary. There's a couple of other drinks you can have as well. Also, you can play about with adding like sugar-free syrups to your drinks as well to put a bit of variation. But now that my stomach is full of fluid, I feel fine again. For my headaches, they're pretty much gone. My coordination is slowly coming back. I had to make some stuff for the dog, so I got the big bag of like the dry pellets, and it's like a big 4 kilo bag, and I'll be able to ace it, but because I've been like pretty rubbish with my hand-eye coordination, I was like trying really careful, but managed to do it without spilling. Well, I spilled a little bit, but not too much compared to what I would have done yesterday. But I'm feeling quite comfortable with how I'm going at the moment. I'm not feeling overly hungry. I'm going to have to stop weighing myself because I keep checking and I've lost another kilo. So that's 2 kilos in 48 hours. And I know it's not going to carry on like this. And I don't want to fall into the same traps that I did first time around. But, 2.5 days down. So coming up to the end of 3 days down, I think I'm doing okay. Now, one thing that I will add, I'm at the point where I'm having to prioritize certain activities. And what I mean by that is I can either go to the supermarket or I can go for a walk. I don't have the energy to do both at the moment. So I'm going to have to go to the supermarket, get some shopping in for the household. And with regards to going for a walk, that will have to be for tomorrow's activity. But I've got 3.5 miles left to hit my 26 miles for March. So it should be okay. What I'm considering doing is, I'm going to call it micro exercise. So rather than doing a long walk for 2 miles or 3 miles, I might do several half-mile walks during the day just to break it up and allow my body to recover as well. I do hope everyone is doing okay, and I'm going to wrap this video up here, and I'll see you on the next update.